Lubbock has one of the lowest unemployment rates in the state, which is good news unless you rely on seasonal help to get crops harvested. And with the battle over immigration reform, it translates into fewer field hands. As Ag Day Lubbock's Rebecca Gotti explains, some crops are going to waste.
Sunburst Farms has worked hard all summer long to get their squash like this ready to pick. But there's no one to pick it, so the squash ends up like this instead of on your dinner plate.
We're shredding this field up. We can't find enough harvesters to harvest this field of squash.
Bernie Teal and his wife Cynthia own and operate Sunburst Markets here in Lubbock. They have a reputation across Texas for growing beautiful, tasty squash. But Bernie made the painful decision to shred this field of overripe vegetables so the crop would stop pulling nutrients out of the soil. He says he waited as he possibly could, waiting for hired hands to come looking for work.
We usually have between 40 and 50.
And how many do you have right now?
We have right now about 30. I know that I have lost some hands to the oil business here. And then really it just seems to be that there's just a lot of people that just aren't going to do this work.
Sunburst Markets has advertised locally for 8 continuous weeks on the radio and in the paper saying they're hiring. They've even been in touch with labor contractors from South Texas hoping to bring workers in from other regions, all with no luck.
We really have to do something with our immigration reform, comprehensive immigration reform, because I'm afraid if we don't here in the next few years that there's just not going to be any laborers hardly at all. We have to have a decent working program that we can bring people over and have them work, because believe me, nothing more would suit me than to use people locally and have them work and be local here, but it's just not happening.
Teal says he's not the only one facing a labor shortage. Produce buyers and other growers are dealing with the same issue, but he says consumers should also be concerned.
It's definitely going to affect their food prices. Without a doubt, you're going to see a lot more imported fruits and vegetables. I believe it's around 17% to 20% now that we have imported that comes in from foreign countries. And if you just recently heard that we had a cyclospora event that has taken place, and from foreign, they believe it's foreign fruit.
So for now, it seems the fruits of their labor will be postponed.
It's very difficult to do because we're very passionate about what we do. I mean, farming, you have to be passionate because you deal with so many different obstacles, and believe me, they are out there. I mean, if it's not the weather, it's the insects. If it's not the insects, it's a market. It's just every day there's something else out there that's facing you that you have to, put up with. So anyway, it's not an easy task.
Now, planning ahead next year, he says, if nothing's done with immigration reform to help support local labor programs, he will be forced to lower production and eventually downsize. Now, in addition to those